What's up, fight fans? Welcome back to Sportskeeda MMA News. Fans compare Israel Adesanya with Floyd Mayweather, but as an insult? Jake Paul promises to exact revenge on Nate Diaz if he slaps this reporter again. Dustin won't spill the tea about his run-in with Michael Chandler. Fans are shocked and a bit worried about Nate Diaz after he mentioned opponents that excite him. Daniel Cormier weighs in on this error from the commission. Find out what he meant on this episode of Sportskeeda MMA News. Hey Adesanya, you're so boring. You remind us of arguably the best boxer to ever compete. Yes, Floyd Mayweather. Or whatever the fans are saying. This comparison comes from a large audience that found Floyd Mayweather to be boring despite being unbeaten inside the squared circle. 50-0 doesn't seem like an exciting number when one is perpetually playing it safe. Oddly enough, Adesanya is now compared to Floyd, and the comparison is not totally baseless. Stylebender's highlights as of late have relied on his opponents being the ones taking chances and risking it all. Meanwhile, he's more than content to sit back and dig his colourful nails into the belt for another win. But now it's becoming a bit stale. A tweet made by a fan has garnered some attention on the internet as it reads, "Oliveira's 3 title fights are way more memorable than Adesanya's entire title reign." This is true, but not every division has a Justin Gaethje and Michael Chandler sitting at the top. Regardless, it's hard to argue against the Instagram user who played devil's advocate by saying, "People say Izzy is boring but never get on his opponents for not doing better." I agree that Olives is exciting as fuck, but Izzy is the Floyd Mayweather of MMA, defensive genius, and his footwork and minor movements are next level. What do you think? Should Adesanya take more risks, or does the onus fall on the shoulder of the challenger? Sound off in the comments. Jake Paul is a former YouTuber turned professional boxer, and now he has also assumed the role of bodyguard. The problem child has pledged that he'll be the head of security for Full Send reporter Shawnee Mack, following the reporter getting 2 doses of Stockton medication from Nate Diaz himself. The reporter made one too many memes about Nate's teammate Nick Maximoff, and though Nate is a super laid-back dude, it's always thin ice with him when it comes to disrespect. No need to worry, OG, Jake Paul has your back. When the previously smacked reporter interviewed Paul, Jake took this as a chance to launch another attack on Nate Diaz, who he's been trying to box, and said,
"I'll be your bodyguard, Nate. Next time you shit, I'm up, Nate. This is my boy, all right? Don't touch him ever again. I'm gonna you up. You get so mad. I'm his bodyguard now, for free. What's good, Nate Diaz? Stop running from me. Get out your contract. I'm gonna up. Peace out."
Hey Shawnee, you know that Jake has your back, right? Paul isn't just interested in this bodyguard role for the sweet benefits of hanging with the Full Send crew, but this grants him another reason to campaign for an MMA fight or a boxing match against Nate Diaz. He went as far as offering to fight him in the UFC for free with some pretty rad stipulations that'll benefit the lesser known fighters while simultaneously helping Diaz to fight out his contract. We could get Jake versus Nate in MMA, boxing, or even a street fight. Who do you think will win? Let us know in the comments below. Dustin Poirier, more like Dustin Porbu, whatever, that was bad, but we're upset with him right now and he needs to know it. Give us the tea, Dustin. The Diamond was spotted in the audience at UFC 276, where he got into an altercation with another lightweight and fan favorite, Michael Chandler. The two have been to some degree on each other's radars ever since Chandler joined the ranks of the UFC back in 2020. He originally name-dropped Dustin as a potential fight, but was written off because Dustin felt he was a bit out of Chandler's league. The shoe is on the other foot now, though, after Chandler took the said foot and launched it into the face of Tony Ferguson, resulting in one of the most devastating knockouts of all time, perhaps. He also gave one of the most energetic post-fight interviews and cluster of call-outs that included the likes of Justin Gaethje, Charles Oliveira, and Conor McGregor, but conveniently overlooked Dustin Poirier, which definitely seemed to rub the Louisiana native the wrong way. Like a common sitcom trope where someone plays hard to get but is upset when they're no longer wanted, Dustin was too good to fight him, but now he's mad at Chandler for overlooking him in the post-fight call-out. Yeah, sounds a little weird, but do your thing, Dustin. He even added more spice to this storyline by confronting Chandler at UFC 276, where he was heard yelling, "You're a fake I'm gonna you up." Poirier recently appeared on the DC and RC show where he said that he can't divulge all the details involved in the altercation.
Nothing negative towards nobody in interviews, online, nothing. If I have something to say, I'm going to say it when the person's present. And that's what you saw right there. I had something to say to him. And I got it off my chest, told him what I felt about him, and that's it. You know, if he ain't here to defend himself or for me to speak in front of him, we don't need to talk about it.
Chandler might have given Poirier the cold shoulder, but you don't have to do the same. Please give our channel some attention by hitting that like button. Feel free to subscribe too. Hit that neat little notification bell to make sure you're always up to date with our channel. CBD or CTE, fans are worried about Nate Diaz and where his head is at following his recent call-outs. Stockton's own hasn't fought in over a year, and despite begging and pleading with the UFC to give him a fight so he can finish up his contract, it seems the negotiations have plateaued. So, who could Nate possibly fight in what may very well be his last UFC performance? Conor McGregor for the third time? Khamzat Chimaev? Heck, Kamaru Usman? Nope, none of these guys are worthy according to Nate. He's a bit more ambitious as he outlined his demands when talking to Ariel Helwani in the MMA Hour. Nate let everyone know who he's interested in fighting.
The only worthy opponents they have here for me is Francis Ngannou or Adesanya.
So yeah, that's a bit alarming. Fans have responded to this message with concern. Tweets like, "Test immediately for CTE or a new strain of weed. Either way, this ain't it. Lol," have been the general response to Diaz's callouts. However, we believe him. Nate is an anytime, anywhere kind of guy. If you don't believe us, then just ask Shawnee Mack or Brennan Shaw. CBD, CTE, or is it just being DIAZ? Let us know how you feel about this one. Someone grab a towel. Daniel Cormier is about to weigh in on some issues. No, but seriously, commissions have made some pretty stupid mistakes in the past. They're the reason we had to wait so long to see Chael Sonnen and Wanderlei Silva fight in a cage. They displayed a gross use of extreme power when giving Nick Diaz a 5-year suspension for burning the forbidden plant, and they ripped a page from the lore of Charles Oliveira's title run. Though pretty much everyone still sees Do Bronx as the lightweight champion, technically he is not. After a weight miss before fighting Justin Gaethje, he was effectively stripped of his belt and was deemed ineligible to win it back. Despite him defeating Gaethje in the very first round with a choke, he's still not a champion. Daniel Cormier, who knows a lot about how to have a sketchy weigh-in, shared his thoughts on this on the DC and RC show and said,
"The title's vacant on one of the most egregious mistakes that the commissions have made in a long time. Oliveira is the champion. He is the champion. He always says, he goes, there's a champion in his division. His name is Charles Oliveira. It is absolutely true."
Many fighters at this same event complained about the scale being a bit off, and hey, it could be. The UFC and commissions still employ the same scales that were once used to weigh living dinosaurs. Okay, that might be a stretch, but you get the point. They're pretty outdated. Charles Oliveira became the next lightweight champion after Khabib Nurmagomedov vacated the throne. He won the title against Michael Chandler after being dropped. He then went on to choke out Dustin Poirier after being dropped, and thanks to that pesky commission, he's now been relegated to a glorified number one contender even after defeating Justin Gaethje. Oh, he was even dropped there as well. So, what did we learn here? It's time for new scales, and fighters are better off not knocking Charles down. But hey, wait a second. Even takedowns are equally dangerous against this guy. Is this the biggest mistake that the commission has made so far? That about does it for Sportskeeda MMA News. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already and follow us on our social media platforms. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Until next time. Also, make sure to drop a comment and potentially be featured in a future video. Here are some comments from the previous videos. All with the champ, Stylebender, no matter what. Pereira would submit Izzy if he makes it past round 3 and or doesn't knock out Izzy again. If you liked this video, please like, comment, and share. Your comments could be featured in the next Sportskeeda MMA News video. We always deliver daily content, so make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss anything going on in the MMA world. For updates, quotes, and exclusive interviews from all your favorite fighters, follow Sportskeeda MMA on Twitter and Instagram. Thanks for tuning in.